Hey friends, it's Dimitri with Brashka Streetwear. So here is August 2023, a review. This month, basically, I was really focused on just improving a lot of stuff in my office space. I built a car, I built some shelves back there for more books. I built more built-in little modular shelves for a bunch of shipping supplies. It was something that I wanted to do for a long time. And I'm gonna make a video about that and other stuff that I made in the office, and I'll post that later and you guys can see that. One really cool thing that I discovered. So I ship, if a customer orders a hat and a t-shirt, I have to ship it in a box. Well, if it's a hat, regardless, you need to ship it in a box because it could get damaged. But I would ship it in a 7x7x7 box if it's a hat and a t-shirt. And what would happen is if a customer orders like a large t-shirt or something, or even a medium, I think, I don't remember exactly, but the price point, the weight goes just barely over a pound, and then that price point dramatically jumps up. It goes like $3 or $4 more. So when I would get those orders, it obviously costs more, and over the month and over the year, that really adds up. So then I was like, man, is there like a better way to do this because of that really weird small detail? So I figured out that there's a slightly thinner box, but really it's so marginally thinner that you can't even tell the difference. I'm gonna make a video about it as well, so you'll see what I mean. And it, using the new box that I found, it goes just under a pound in that situation, so the price point comes way down. It's literally gonna save me like hundreds to thousands of dollars a year doing that, because when I get those orders all the time, I'm not going to be using the old shipping method now. So that's an important thing. I'll make a in-depth video about that for next time. I made a video about a new sticker packaging method, which is kind of cool. If you have a sealed package, you can put the stickers in a certain way so you don't just toss them into the bag. They're, going to turn out better and be better for the customer that way. They won't get dented. So that was a cool discovery. I started a new book called Kaizen. I mentioned this in previous videos. That just means to improve in Japanese. So just more knowledge on that kind of thing. That's what I'm learning right now, and learning tons of other topics. So that's really fun. The drop went pretty well. I re-released an old design from 2 years ago. So a lot of people like that. I made it into a hoodie this time. I didn't have that design in a hoodie in the past. So this time around, I'm like, man, it's going to be fall season soon. People are going to start buying hoodies. Why don't I re-release this design, but in a hoodie version? So that was really cool. And that's what I recommend too. If you have designs that you make and you kind of want to retire them, but then bring them back in the future, re-release them in like a new colorway, or make it into a different style, like a patch or a sticker or whatever, something else that you didn't do before, so it's different. And or if you just made it in a t-shirt back then, re-release it in a hoodie. That's a really great way to reintroduce the design but still keep it different and limited. I had a weird situation too. I think overall the month was pretty good, but one thing that sucked was, I think, so a customer, they ordered from Italy, and Italy's, I don't know why, but they are just really bad with customs and shipping and everything. That's the one country I've had the most problems with shipping. And it sucks because before the pandemic happened, it really wasn't a problem shipping stuff there. And then after that all started, for some reason, they just totally suck on that end in that country. So this customer ordered a hoodie like last year, and it just didn't arrive this whole time. And they messaged me and they're like really disappointed, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, like there's nothing we could do about it. Like literally, once it's at the post office, it's out of my hands. That's for any business. I do my part and the shipping companies do their part. So it got lost in that, and I'm like, oh, here's a refund. And I'm like, if you want to buy like from, if you want to purchase again, here's a coupon. So if that happens to you guys, if you have like a bad situation like that, obviously fix the problem, but try to offer them like a coupon or something to give them a second shot, because you might have really good brand and products, But you might have a situation like that happen, like it gets lost or stolen or damaged, and they might really still want your product. So kind of try to reel them back in, give them a coupon or something like that, make it right. But in that situation too, and if you guys are watching this, if you ship with USPS in Italy, it'll literally take like 2, 3, or 4 months for a package to arrive. No joke, from the United States. They have weird problems with shipping. So what I do is I always tell Italian customers, pick the UPS option. It'll arrive in like 7 to 10 days. You won't have problems with it. It does cost more, but you're gonna get your package way faster. You're gonna be satisfied. I even have a disclaimer on my website for that. But then that got me thinking as well. In the long term, I would need to find and have a distributor there. That would be really, really good. Have one in Italy or somewhere in Europe so I can cover that region. However, with that being said, if you have another person in another country doing stuff, it's basically like, man, you just have another thing on your plate to manage. It's very easy if you have like one central hub of shipping and you're doing a lot of stuff yourself. But in the long term and in the big scope of things, that's not how businesses work. Businesses have distributors, they have tons of other people in the organization. One person running everything is not a sustainable thing, essentially. Like, you might do it your whole life and then you retire and then your business is done, right? But if you want to grow stuff and get it bigger, you're going to have to think about stuff like that. And in the future, I'd definitely like to do that. But at this time of business, I don't want to manage other things like that, babysit people. And also, for me personally, I have kind of like a strict company culture, I guess, for myself, like what I expect for myself, what I expect my brand and business to be. And people that want to be along for that journey, I would expect them to adhere to that because, for instance, I always want to continuously improve on my brand and business. I don't want things to be slacking. I want there to be fast shipping. I want there to be good customer service. And if you bring other people along on that and they don't want to be a part of that, they don't want to like meet those expectations, then you shouldn't bring them on board, right? You should wait for the right people to come along. If you want to be more relaxed on that and you don't care, that's very easy to find people that are like that. But you're going to also run into problems like that because you're going to be slacking or lacking in areas where you need to be focused and disciplined and strict on those areas. So that's like a long-term goal that I think about growing and expanding, but I want to do it in an appropriate way and kind of in a slow way. I'm not rushing into that kind of stuff. So yeah, August overall was a pretty decent month. It was just basically, I think overall, just a month of improvement. I'm just improving a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be releasing more videos this week showing you stuff that I made. And yeah, if you guys have any, if you got any value out of this video or have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.